Alright, we are back at the beginning. I'm not worried about any of my knotting or tie-off showing because, like I said, I have something I'm going to do when this is completely done to kind of go through the whole piece and embroider or crochet over those knots. So I've got something planned, but at the moment, trying to figure out what my next stitch is going to be and in what direction I want to go. So I think, I've done the single stitch a lot, so I don't know if I want to do that again. Maybe I will go with a, let's just figure out what happens when I do this. Chain. Right. Let's try that again. We'll take our marker out since it's not actually needed for this particular space, since we can see right there that's where it is. Alright, I think we're going with that. I'm not even sure exactly what you would call it. It's like a double crochet with a single pull through instead of the double pulls. So let's just mosey on forward here with this particular stitch, and then maybe the next time around we will reverse it. Oops. Hopefully I will have enough of this green to make it around with this stitch. We will see if I make it around or if I'm going to have to frog it and maybe go with a different stitch or a different color. Let's see where we're going. Let's see how we do. And what I'm doing here is starting out as a double crochet, but then I'm pulling it through all 3 loops instead of 2, grab and 2. I'm just going in like a double crochet, pulling all 3 up and going through all 3 loops instead of separating it 2 and 2. I do like that. Alright, we're just going to keep going with that until we get all the way around again and then figure out what our next step's going to be. If I can stop catching my thread there. This one doesn't flow as easily since I keep catching it, so I'm just going to have to maybe have a tighter tension on it as we go through. There we go. Now we're rolling. Still not as smooth of a stitch as I'd like it to be. What I may do is when I get to each change at the corners, I may change the stitches up in between each one so that I am not doing this particular stitch all the way around. So it'll be in 4 segments, while another stitch will be in the other 4, and they will alternate. This is how my mind works. This is why I call this my whatever goes. Alrighty, and we are approaching our first corner. And here I have to decide whether I'm doing a single crochet in the next section or a double crochet. I'm gauging my ball of thread or yarn that I have left, and I think we would be okay and make it around between this stitch and the double crochet. So I am leaning towards the double crochet on this corner in this segment. Right, there we are, and we are gonna double crochet this particular corner, chain, double crochet, and we will move our marker now. Like I said, don't necessarily need the markers at this point, but it still kind of helps to kind of show where that chain is at so that you know where your doubles are going to fall into place. Alrighty, and double crochet the rest of the way on this segment. And what's going to happen is we're going to have varying heights on this particular segment of line, row, whatever you want to call it. And so we're going to have a little variation there. Which I think will be fun. Alrighty, I will meet you towards the end there while we see what we have. Alright, and we've just been working along here. I've had several scrap colors that just had enough for one row around. I'm in the midst of another row now, and this is all I have left of this particular color, and I think I've got 3/4 of the way to go. So we will see if I make it all the way around. We're just going to go and see what we come up with. This particular row, I have chosen a single crochet with a single chain and skipping a chain in the row below. I've chosen this stitch to try and conserve yarn since I have 3/4 of the way to go around with this. And I don't have a whole lot of this left, so we're just going to see how far we get. This is the first time in all these years that I have made a scrapghan, meaning I am making an afghan out of all the scrap yarn I've had left over from other projects, and believe me, I've had years worth, and this is the first time I've actually thought to do this, even though I know others have been doing it forever. This is my first one, and I'm actually enjoying this. It's growing rapidly. The fact that I'm filming almost each and every stage is exciting, and I'm actually getting farther along, because a lot of times you get bored and you get It gets tedious when you're doing the same old thing. And so since this is a ever-changing design, meaning each row has been absolutely different than the row before it, so it's been a lot more creative. Others, I mean, not to say the others haven't been creative, but you get into your design and you basically just work that design until you're done. This is awesome because each color changes, each row changes, everything's different throughout the whole entire process, and so it's growing rapidly, and it's a whole lot more fun because it's a lot more interesting. You kind of get your little artistic thoughts rolling and putting them into place, and I really am enjoying making this Scrapghan. So much so that this one is almost done, and I've actually started a second one. So I may show you that one as well. A lot of fun. I'm having so much fun with this. Alrighty, and I'm just going to see how far along I get with this color, and we'll go from there when it's time. Thanks a lot, everyone. See you in a little bit.